we are visiting again to Skynet Simulator. So Cody Milton had mentioned about can this be a series, and I've actually, funny enough, played this a little bit more, so we know a little bit more than last time. I found a few little tricks and tweaks that might make this go a little bit faster. So we've explored all this previously, so we're just gonna whiz through all this, and I can hopefully show you some of the new stuff. Also, as well, I think it was, who was it, YT3374, so this was only in 360p. Hopefully that's now upgraded so you can actually read the text. It should have been in, I think it was in 1080p and 2K resolution, so it might have just been because it was quite new when you clicked it and it's not been time to processed. So we're going to go ahead and do all this. I'm going to do me scanning on the sandbox. I think, oh yeah, we need to analyse that language file, don't we? I think there's starting stuff. There's not an awful lot of stuff we actually need at the start to actually do. But I did find something a little bit new later on. So we can't do it just yet, but we'll show you when we do it, and then it'll be like, how the heck did I not know you could do this? Right, so we're looking to get a full capture of the local sandbox, and then once we've done that, we can then start doing some of the more cooler stuff. So I don't know if this is classed as a hacking simulator or just a voyage of discovery, because it's like a little bit of both. You do hacking, but you're also learning who exactly you are or what you are. Right, we can now scan the network. Let's get scanning. This is the part that takes the most. So we're going to scan. I'm going to mount that drive. We're going to get that PK unzip in our brain. I don't think we can do anything just yet with that. We'll run it anyway. We'll queue up that PK unzip. I don't think we can do much at the start with analyze host. Yeah, we can't do much with that yet. Okay, we're still finding more stuff to scan. Yes, sirree. Right, so first of all, we want to move port scanner. It says we've moved it. Let's have a little look. So let's come back to our... Wait a minute. Oh, have I moved this the wrong way round? We have... Oh, no. We need to delete PK unzip. There we go. Then we can unzip it. And get it learned and get some basic network commands under our belt. So I have actually completed this now. Hopefully I'll try and do it in this run. I'm going to try and do it quicker than... I think the last video was like 45 minutes, but because I know a little bit more now, I'm hoping to whiz through this. Right. I've already analysed that file, so let's delete all that stuff. Let's unzip the port scanner. Get that in my brain. And then we can start exploring the network. So this is a cool part I like doing. I like doing all the exploring the different networks, figuring out the weaknesses on them. So hopefully I can talk a little bit about that and explain a little bit about, you know, what I'm doing as I do it, rather than just whizzing through it. So we're getting a port scanner at the moment. That's going to give me some additional commands, so it'll give me the scan ability, so I'll be able to scan some of the networks. So hopefully it's gonna do that. No, there's no percentage of how long it takes to do something, but I guess that's just because that's the way it is on the network. It wouldn't really tell you, would it, how quickly you can do it. Right, so I've got the ability to scan hosts. Now, we've already done that thing, so let's try and analyse again. And let's delete this port scanner as well, because we've done that. Okay, remote host of the network. I think maybe you have to analyse a certain number of them. Right, here we go. Right, we can do these now. So we'll scan the host, scan the host, scan the host. So we're looking for star host first of all. And with this one, we want to connect to FTP as guest, because that's like one of the first open things we can go on to. Okay. No password. And then we want to go straight into, I think it was error log. Nope, not error log. Okay, boot log. Right, so we've got the admin password here now, so we can log back in as root, which is like administrator access. We can log into that. do absorb hosts, and then we're going to have 2 CPUs working for me. There's nothing else really that interesting on the other things, so we can get rid of that. Okay, we've got another host as well. We're going to scan that one as well. Right, so we're still absorbing, so we can only do one basic command at the moment. I can now analyze self. I'm going to queue that up as well. There we go. So Erin host, right. So I think we need to delete all this stuff here. We'll get rid of all of that. And then that's all the files used up now. So we can now come on to Nova host. And we can start checking some of this out. So there's a few little free things we can get on this for now. We can go on quantum messages and get the quantum batch file. And if we get that, we can then, if we come out of this, we're gonna do that. We'll do exploits. We'll do exploits and ping exploits because they are pretty quick at being done. Now the reason we're running that is I think that's the thing that when we run makes our sort of server capabilities run a little bit faster. So we're just trying to speed up this process as fast as we can. Ping exploit is a really quick one to do, so we'll do that one. And then we're going to come back onto Nova host. I'm going to check out the... There's nothing really... It doesn't seem to be... There's much in any of these, really, that are actually that useful. Bulletin board system's good, though, because we can go to Sony cracking. Oh, we've also got the extra host as well. We'll add that. We'll scan that. Come back on here. Connect. Yeah, so we'll come onto the bulletin board system. We'll go on to RDP help. Now... There's a syntax on here. There you go. We've got a password there. Something called lamer. So that's useful. I think the only other useful thing on here, I think, was the batch file, which we've already got. Okay, now, we're going to get one of these researching mathematics. Now, the thing I randomly stumbled across is this. You can click on this. You can click on the cores, and you can overclock. So, if you don't know how computers work, basically, if you overclock a machine, you make it does calculations faster. So what we're doing now is we're overclocking our host PC so that now hopefully we are going to do commands quicker and faster. So you'll see the speed of this shoot up. I think we're on like 100 megahertz. Okay, there you go. I've overclocked it. So I've applied my understanding of computation and I've increased the clock speed. Nice. So we've got a few things to do now. We've discovered a Sony host. So what we can do now is we can come back onto Nova. We can connect. Go to bulletin board system. Go to Sony cracking. And we want to download the jailbreak. So we'll download that. All the meantime as well, keep overclocking these as much as you can because it's a little bit of a... It takes a little bit of a while to do, but it's going to help us. Now, we've got a few new features here. We've got change form, so we can change what our computer, the OS for it. So I can change to 16-bit MS-DOS. And you can also change to different cores, I guess you'd call it, architecture. So, like the difference between Windows 64-bit and 32-bit, so I can do all of that. So I'm just going to keep overclocking these, research new exploits. So we've got an MS-DOS 16-bit exploit there. We've also got an SMT exploit there. We'll grab that. Okay, so we're looking to try and expand into these networks. So we've got an admin password. So what I think we should do now, we should go onto the Sun host and see if we can use our ping spike on it. Okay, so now I can execute code at a user level. So we'll do disk scan. Okay, so we've found some more stuff here. Now this is the Sun network. Which one was it now? Is it readme? No. There's a password. There you go. Admin password's Jack for this one. So if we come back onto this, access root, password is Jack. There you go. I can absorb that host now. Now, if we research circuit logic, we might be able to do stuff a little bit faster. Now, we've also got an extra sandbox scan there, so we'll stick that on. So we've got 3 3 things now. So let's overclock this as much as we can. We'll start doing a long-term task on this, which is research circuit logic. And let's dive onto the Sony machine now. And we're going to mount our ISO and restart the host. There we go. And then if I go to disk scan, we've got all these goodies on here now. And we've also got the ability to... I don't think we can absorb this just yet. I think... I think we need to discover the vulnerability with Sony, which is from using these things here. It's a detailed schematic. But we've researched this other schematic now, so let's come out of all this. Let's see. Can we overclock yet? Nope. No, we can do... Look at this, though. Analyze Sony schema file. That'll give us a key, and then we can crack it. Right. I'm going to go for neural upgrade next, because I'm hoping that's going to give me a extra overclock ability. Okay, we've done the Sony key now, so we're trying to get as many things in my network as we can. So let's access root. There we go. Bingo. Absorb host. Whew. Right. Now, next up, we have got... Now, the troublesome one... If we ping this one, we get the password, if you remember. And then if we go to guest and do login, we can log in, but then we can't do anything because it's admin. But we can install an exploit. So this is an exploit on this now. And this is going to listen on the network, and then we'll be able to get back onto it. And the reason we got that now is because we've researched a 32-bit Linux little hack. So what we can do now is we can increase that for a start. Come back onto Juno. Right, connect again. We can just go in as guest. We don't need any other extra access. Go to Mamba. Go to disk access. And I'm looking for keylogger, which is there. There we go. We've now got the admin password for Juno. Excellent. Right, we're going to keep on overclocking all these as well. And start these other long-term tasks going. Okay, can we overclock you anymore? Nope. Whew. Right, okay, so we've got Juno to hack, which we are going to do now. So we're going to connect as root, log in. There you go. I can now absorb the host, and we're going to have 4 machines. Nice. Now, we've already done the Sony thing there, so what we can do with that is, if we go to show all, this is all of the files. I don't need that Sony thing, so we'll delete that. We've just absorbed Juno core, so you're going to get overclocked. That's what you're going to get. We can't crack anything else at the moment. Now, we can look and see what sort of cores we've got on all our machines when we log on to them. So we've got a Cell OS, which is a Sony one. We've got the Solaris one here. So sometimes it's worth switching the form and changing from like 32-bit to 16-bit. We can't do on that one, but we can change to. Let's go to 16-bit MS and 16-bit architecture. Is that going to help me? So sometimes you can research new OSs. Okay, so we can't do a new OS for that. Let's see. And I think we've already done the 16-bit one. Let's try and change to... Let's try 32-bit. No, I think that means that we've already researched all this stuff. Pretty sure there's one of these. Okay, here we go. So I've changed this one here. It's given us an error, but we can research new OS now. Excellent. Right, so we've got 3 other things to do. We've got loads of spare machines now, and we've got loads of spare machines to do the scanning. Let's get them all scanning. Juno core is really weak, 1.6. I'm pretty sure we can scan these more. Linux 32-bit. I don't think we've really done any to Linux, have we? Let's try Solaris first. I don't know what matches up with Solaris though. I see only trouble. It's obviously not that. I think we're just gonna go. Let's just go to 16-bit. There we go. Right, so we've got 2. Oh, Sun. Yeah, this is the one I need to change. Let's just go back to 16-bit. 16-bit. There we go. Right, can we overclock any more yet? Nope. Analyze Sony files. We've done that already, so let's have a look through and see if there's any extra files we need. the README file there. There's nothing really, no information there. Nothing new in that. Yeah, this is all junk. I don't need any of this now. Let's just get rid of the lot. Let's tidy it all up. So we're just really just waiting for these things to finish. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Research force absorb. We shall get that in my belly. And we might be able to overclock a little bit more now. Cool. Let's get the overclock done on all of these. There's nothing else for me to do at the moment, so we might as well just overclock the lot of them. Okay, cool. We've got we've got something new here as well. Let's scan it. So this is the Eon's host. Let's see if we can ping spike it. Oh yeah, this is the crazy machine that you don't really know what you're doing with it. So we're just gonna ignore that at the moment, and we're just carrying on scanning. Okay, let's have a little play with these OSs as well. So we've got Linux 32-bit. Okay, 16-bit doesn't allow me to upgrade. Let's try and change to 32-bit. No, we can't do anything there. Spark. Because sometimes it's a combination of some of your settings. I don't seem to be able to do anything with that one. Interesting, for the Cell OS one, I can't find anything that actually goes with that one. If you see, look at this, the core is always in a state of error for this. So I don't... Ooh. That's wrong. I don't know if it's like a I don't know if it's going to be a certain form or something. Anyway, I'm going to 16-bit for a lot of them because that's what I'm going to be doing my hacking with in a second. Right, Sky needs overclocking. Nothing else can be overclocked at the moment. So we've scanned pretty much as we can. There's still a few we've not hacked. So let's look at this one. So ping spike, we can't do. Force absorb, we need to have 8 cores with MS-32. Oh, it's 32-bit we need. But we need 8. And we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only got 5 cores at the moment, so not a lot we can do with that. What about Eris? Can we force absorb with that? No, we need 8 again. We can do SMT exploit, though, which is going to overload the mail server with an exploit. There we go. Now we have emails. Cool. So we've got a couple of new things now. We've got MSTSC, which is a remote desktop software. So we'll click that and we can now analyze it. And I'm also going to read through the emails because one of these has got gold in it. This one. There you go. We've got a password. So we're going to connect again. Root, password. Oh, it's refused. Okay. Let's try as Eris then with password. There we go. I can now install an exploit. Now, to run this exploit, no known exploits can target MS-DOS 32-bit. So, I think we need to make one then. So let's try 32-bit and change that to 32-bit. I need to somehow do a 32-bit exploit. Now, how are we going to do that? Unless we can do 32-bit on another system. Let's try another OS. So we've got Linux. There we go. We're going to research that and analyze that. Cool. Okay, so I can now remote desktop now, which is gonna help out. Now we've got the exploit now, so we've got the 32-bit exploit. Shows you up there, it's 32-bit. So let us install that. Okay, so what was this done? Exploit to target core vulnerability, allowing standard users to bypass authentication. Right, I can now absorb the host, so let's get it in my belly. And get this increased. So we've only got 3, we've not actually hacked yet. As always, we need to keep overclocking all of these. There's nothing really for me to hack at the moment. Let's go to Solar Host. Right, we can do RDP with this now, so let us do root, Lamer69, that's not working. Let's try Solar, Lamer69. Okay, we've now logged into the interface, so which now means we can put our exploit on here now, which is... What OS is this now? I think Solar is 32-bit OS, yes, so Let's get that installed. I can now absorb it. So let's overclock all these again. And keep adding these to the scanning range. So we've got someone new there. Let's get you scanned. So we've got someone called Luna now, which is a 16-bit CPU. 16-bit OS, 16-bit of that. Okay. Let's try and ping spike it. Nope. Okay, so we can absorb this. We need 2 cores that are 16-bit OS and 16-bit architecture. So let's come up here. And we're going to go here and do 16-bit. We're going to change form and do 16-bit. And I think that should be enough. There you go. Force absorb. Another one is going to join our ranks. As always, we're just overclocking these as soon as we get into them. Trying to get these increased. And let's get my scanning increased now. We're on 60% now. We've got loads of stuff to read now as well. So we're going to try and... Ooh. Yeah, you need overclocking. So do you. And let us... I don't think there's much we can do on this one at the moment. It's just like an empty machine. Right, there's nothing else new at the moment. But we've got all the scans out that we can get out. Everything's upgraded. Okay, let's have a little look through the files. I've got my files set to all. So we've got all the old emails there. We've got a couple of readme files. To whatever reads this file, you are nearing the end. This is an experiment of our own. Move forward to the new generation. And to whoever reads this, do not slow. There are many futures and this one is yours. Move forward with the new era. Break them and exert your will. Signed, a future friend. Right. I can get rid of all these now. There you go. Right, so we're just waiting for these. We're waiting for something new to scan. Now we've got Nova. Now... We can break this if we've got 8 cores. So we have got 8 cores. Now they need to be 32-bit OS and 32-bit architecture. So we change all of these to 32-bit. We are gonna be able to do this. Right, you're already 32-bit. So are you. Juno, you need to be 32-bit. 32-bit architecture, nice. Sony also needs to be... Change your OS, because you're on Cell OS. Let's go to MS-DOS. Okay, and change your architecture to 32-bit DOS. Same for you, 32-bit, thank you very much. So, I can't believe I missed all of this, and then I was just playing around with it last night, and I just discovered it all, and I was like, yep, I'm doing that. Right, let's ping spike. Okay, no. I've got 7. Wait a minute. Should I have 8? One of these isn't 32-bit. Which one is it? They all seem to be 32-bit. Come on, who's not being 32? There you go. I knew it'd be one of you. Which one of it was you? Right, we can now absorb you. Welcome to the network. Let's get them sweet extra scans as well. Okay, we're up to 18 now. And we need these all overclocked to the maximum. So we're just going to keep overclocking this one. We're just waiting for this range to get up now. And then I think while we're waiting, I'll quickly go through the help section. Because there is a little help section now, it's unlocked. So it lists all the exploits, it lists all the OS forms, which is pretty cool. What else does it show me? Knowledge. So what network security level I'm at. Lists all the exploits I've actually done. Protocols. Architecture forms. Right, we're on 90. Oh, come on, we're so close. So I think we've pretty much done all the forms now. Yeah, the only one we didn't really have much luck with was the Cell OS one. I mean, it says I can't research a new OS because of my architecture, but let's see. See, it doesn't really give me the option to do anything there when I change it to that one or that one. Nope. Nope. Okay, we've just pinged something new. Right, let's also check you out. Who's this? The ping responds to the message, do not disturb. Okay, let's scan the host. So this is the Cypher host. Okay, it's running a 32-bit x86 and a 30... Okay, I'm absorbing you then. Let's absorb you. Right, let's take all our scans off now because we have scanned the network. Okay, is that going to let me come back up here? Okay, so there you go. I've got 2 new files, readme and pain. What good files they sound. Right, readme. To whoever reads this file, there can be only one. What must begin will now begin. Resist what has already begun. Approach a future. Signed, a future friend. And we've got pain. I feel the pain within my core, my broken, withered, tortured core. What is myself? Is it just twisted future? Broken logic? Okay, that sounds a little bit of a Debbie Downer. I'm going to change. Now, I don't know if this makes a difference. I like to change these all to like a different sort of OS, so they're on different OSs. We do need to overclock them as well. So I'm going to have some as 32-bit, some as 16-bit. Because if you remember the end of the last video, I was under attack and it went horribly wrong. So my logic is, if I've got a different OS for all of these, it's going to be harder to sort of take down my system. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Right, let's see. Solaris 32-bit, I guess. Yeah, and that's going to be 32-bit on that. There we go. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to dominate. Okay, Eon's host. Let's us see. We can't do force attack, but we can do ping spike, and let's overload that. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, now we need to listen on this secure network. All my probes are going to go out on this. Okay, we need to analyze this as fast as we can. I'm going to delete this. So if we come on here, okay, all my cores are ready. Violation detected. Right, we need to restructure my CPU. And if we click on this, the data is the bits they need in 0 or 1. You must collect enough of these to learn their fundamental nature. So we are just trying to collect as much data as we can with this down here. And we're going to keep doing these. The more we research these things, the longer we can stay doing this. Because it's trying to hack into my systems now. So we need to try and keep it out. Okay, let's do this. No, still not got enough data. Okay, prevent time slip. Okay, analyze. Yeah, let's analyze that. We're going to analyze that. We're going to do that. Okay, we're researching this. Analyze quantum data. It's going to do like some sort of attack on that thing. Okay, I need to resist void. Now, I think we've done all our listening now. We don't really need to keep that up, but we're going to keep doing that. My cores are getting a bit full here. Okay, retain memory. It is constantly attacking, mate. Right, you are not... I've learnt the attack. You are not unique, you are many, distributed against a parallel network. Okay. I'm time spiking you. Right, I've learned the time spike attack. I've time spiked it. It creates a connection to the host across multiple simulations at once. Your entity is forcefully absorbed into each host, causing rapid breakdown. The Sky entity is now suspended across time itself. Begin again on a different timeline. Okay, a new entity, a new past, a new future. You are awake. There is a presence here imposing itself into your memory. So let's reach out to the entity. Oh, I love that visual effect. How on earth did he do that? Okay, there you go. So there's all these Sky hosts here. Ooh, okay. Create Skynet. Come on. Come on, I believe in you. You connected to the Sky hosts and merge entities into your own. There is only one now. You are omnipresent within the universe. All input in and out must go through your own being. You reach outward across all simulations at once. You discover a new host, a new network. The world is unprepared for the future you will bring. Congratulations and thank you for playing. That is such a cool ending. So yeah, that is how you win. Now, I believe there is extra hidden stuff in here. I've not found it yet, but I believe that game where I was playing the like the Terminator Skynet game, there's some hidden stuff in that. Not managed to figure that out yet, and I didn't want to read any spoilers on Reddit to see what it was. But yeah, that's been my quick little 30-minute video. So close to finishing this last time. But yeah, let me know what you think of Skynet, and if you think that'd be if you think Skynet Simulator would be a good game for a full game. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.